All right, hello YouTube friends and the Steelers Nation. So I'm just back from Pittsburgh after a successful Steelers win against the New Orleans Saints, 20-10 victory over the weekend. So while I was in Pittsburgh, I stopped at a local family-owned business, been in business since 1946, Dorsey's Records. Father and son business, been in operation for over 75 years, passed from generation to generation, and currently in the hands of Neil Dorsey and Marcus Dorsey, father and son running that business. So I wanted to do a quick video today for a record haul. While I was there, I rummaged through the bins and I got 2 bags full of albums. I don't even know how many I bought, honestly, but I wanted to do a quick record haul video. So just real quick, let me count what I got, and then I'm going to show you what I have. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that bag. So it's probably about 10 albums I picked up while I was in Pittsburgh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, actually 13 albums. So picked up 13 albums and have there. So pretty good little shop there. They do a lot of other things, a lot of analog to digital transfer as well, and some other things as well. But what I just want to cover here really quick is I picked up some albums and I was able to get some live albums. So as you guys know, I'm rocking the Clips La Scala speakers in my main listening room, in my home theater room / listening room. However, this is my office, and that's where my turntable actually is. And I'm just using some small bookshelf Ankios. However, live music played through the La Scalas is exceptional, and so I really enjoy trying to find live albums when I'm out looking for music. So start this haul off with one of the first things I found was a live 2-record set for Smokey Robinson. I know that I've got a lot of Smokey Robinson fans out there. So this live album 2-record set for Smokey was one of the first things I saw. I picked it up and said, okay, I'm always going for live music. I like live albums, so that was one of the first. Next, another live album, Rufus and Shaka Khan live. So Rufus and Shaka Khan, you can't go wrong with Shaka, okay? So Rufus and Shaka Khan live, and let's see, Stomping at the Savoy. I'm not sure if this is a 2-album. Yes, it's a 2-album set as well. So Rufus and Shaka Khan live, got that one. The next live album I got, this is a very famous one, Al Jarreau. Al Jarreau, live, recorded in Europe. I think this was in Paris, I believe. And I believe this is a 2-album set as well. So Al Jarreau live in Europe. That was another one. So it's a good find for me. 3 live albums right there. And so the shop, if I didn't mention already, 7614 Frankstown Road in Homewood in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Again, they've been in business over 75 years. They've evolved and morphed and changed along with the times. There was a time they weren't selling records, and now they're back selling records again. So I had to stop and go through the crates and see what I could find, and I got a pretty good haul. Next, Janet Jackson, the Control album. This is an album, I mean, just incredible. Trying to find this online, and I just happened to, we looked through the crates and it was there. No brainer. I'm building my Janet collection, and so this is one that I didn't have that I just had to have. And also, next is Rick James and the Stone City Band, Come Get It album. This is, I don't have any Rick James again, so this is going to be my first Rick James album. Stone City Band, Come and Get It album, building that collection. I'm trying to get the glare out of the image, but so Rick James. Next one I had, and another one of my favorites from back in the day, is Gil Scott-Heron. He's a storyteller. Messages, the messages, why he's on the moon, and the revolution will not be televised. These come back from my youth as a young person growing up and hearing, it's the struggle kind of thing. But Gil Scott-Heron, Real Eyes album. I'm not really sure if I know the tracks on this, but I needed to have a Gil Scott-Heron album in my collection, so got that. Okay. And Vanity 6, one of the Prince offshoot groups, girl groups. Vanity, may she rest in peace, is no longer with us. She was, of course, Apollonia took the role in Purple Rain in the movie, but Vanity was the original leader of Prince's girl band. And, she went on to the ministry and did some things for the Lord. But she was the original Nasty Girl, so had to get that, Vanity 6. And then the songstress, Anita Baker. Anita's getting a resurgence. She's coming back on tour, and I think she may even have a new album coming out. So I didn't have any Anita. Again, these are artists that are timeless and that, you have to have them in your collection if you're a collector, for soulful song singers. I've got a lot of Aretha, but didn't have any Anita, so I had to get that, the songstress. Okay, this is an album, Miles J. Not a very well-known artist, I don't think, but really, really good singer, and had a track on there that I really enjoy. Let's see, I've Been a Fool. I've Been a Fool for You is a track, one of my favorite songs off of this album. He has another one's very popular, Let's Start Love Over. So it was a really good album. Of course, it's in my Spotify queue and all that, but I didn't have any physical media for that, so I had to get that. That's Miles J. Okay. Very popular group, War. You'll see them in the Chris Tucker and the Jackie Chan movies. They will sing that song, War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Right on the eve, I heard on the radio today coming home that Russia has sent missiles into Poland, and they want to be starting something. How about that? So we're gonna keep watching the news and see what goes on with that. But again, War album, has Lowrider on it, and Why Can't We Be Friends? Very, these are mainstays. But again, War, that was one of the albums that got, again, right on the eve when Russia wants to be stupid and send bombs into Poland and trying to stop World War III or something. All right, War. Rolls Royce, classic album from the movie. What is the movie? Car Wash. Several songs from that in this album, but this is an absolute must in the collection. If you like, from the 70s, and that movie particularly was like a cult classic growing up. So Rolls Royce 2 in Full Bloom is the album. Very nice condition. And that was another thing. I opened all of the albums, looked at the actual vinyl. All of the records were nice and clean, and a lot of times you go and do these crate digging things, you'll find dust on the albums all scratched up. But all of the albums I looked at, they were nice, they were clean, they were in good condition. I was really, really surprised. Next album I got is Stacey Lattisaw. Stacey Lattisaw and Johnny Gill, back when they had a curl, back in the Jerry curl days. Stacey Lattisaw didn't do much beyond this, but a staple again, classic songs, Love on a Two-Way Street, Perfect Combination. That's one of the classics off of this album. Perfect Combination, which they are. Johnny Gill and Stacey Love saw when they were youngsters back in the day in the '80s. So had to have that. And last but not least is LTD, Love, Togetherness, and Devotion, with the lead singer Jeffrey Osborne. You can never do wrong with Jeffrey. Jeffrey Osborne is one of the singing greats of our time, and he still sounds just as strong today. Been to the Birchmere to see him live, and he sounds just as strong in his 70s as he did in his 30s. So incredible. So constantly building up, just like Lionel Richie and the Commodores, Jeffrey Osborne and LTD. It's a no-brainer. You got to build those. If you love soul music and R&B, real R&B, that it's a no-brainer. So that was it. So a pretty good record haul. Again, if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you must go down Frankstown Road and go to see Dorsey's Records. Go see Neil and Marcus and check out what they have in the crates. And it was funny, I went through everything, and then they said, oh, we've got even more downstairs. I'm like, oh, I've got to come back. So, all of these, it takes some care and concern to buy and care for and use records. It's not just something in the earbud in your ear from your phone or from a player, but something you touch, you experience, that it takes time and energy, and you relish it. So I love that, and really excited to get these on my own turntable and take some time to listen. Because listen to Spotify or Qobuz or Tidal one track at a time is not the same as listening to an album, sitting down, taking the moment, getting a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, and relaxing, listening to the music from the beginning to the end, and understanding what the artist wanted you to feel and to hear and experience. So it takes time, but we should slow down every now and then, put on a record and chill. What's wrong with that? All right, so anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to look at my video. I'm going to enjoy this. I enjoyed picking these albums. Now I'm going to enjoy taking the time to listen to them and hear them again. And, get into some good music. Take the time to relax. Let your body feel what your mind remembers. And let the music be the only thing that matters. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.